And good afternoon. It is now 12 o'clock on this Thursday, and 13 News is following that heartbreaking news out of Delaware County. Tributes now pouring in for the fallen sheriff's deputy killed in a crash yesterday morning along I-69. You see 31-year-old Corporal Blake Reynolds here in his wedding day. These are pictures that were taken with his new bride just this last June. He died yesterday helping a semi driver who was stranded along the side of the interstate in the early morning hours of Wednesday. Investigators say that Reynolds was outside of his patrol car when a second semi lost control, hitting the corporal's cruiser and then the other truck. Medics took the 39-year-old driver of the semi that crashed to a hospital here in Indianapolis. State police have identified him as Teddy Johnson of New Haven, Indiana. And at this hour, we are working to learn the latest on his condition. It has now been more than 24 hours since that deadly crash, and we want to show you the deputy vehicle that is sitting outside the sheriff's department, filled with flowers and teddy bears, all in support of Corporal Reynolds. Our Marina Silva is in Delaware County, which has more on the tributes that now are piling up. Marina.
Here at the Delaware County Sheriff's Office, more people are coming to pay tribute to Corporal Blake Reynolds. Just this morning, we've seen people lay flowers, a little bell, cards and notes, all in honor of the fallen corporal. Corporal Reynolds is a 4-year veteran of the department. He recently got married in June. His supervisors say he quickly moved up the ranks to corporal through his leadership skills. As the news of his death spread across Delaware County, people are remembering the life he lived, including those close to him.
He's somebody that would go out and do anything for you. He loved doing things for people, always put everybody else first. If you needed help, he's right there. If you need anything, he's right there helping. He's just an everyday person. He loves everybody. He just loved what everybody did.
His brother and sisters in blue escorted his body from Ball Memorial Hospital to the mortuary. We were there as people stopped on the sidewalk to honor him. Funeral plans have not been announced yet as the sheriff's office works with the Reynolds family. Reporting in Muncie, Marina Silva, 13 News.
We continue to hear an outpouring of condolences from across the country and here in Indiana from state and local leaders after Reynolds' death. Governor Mike Braun issuing this statement calling it deeply saddening news. He went on to say, quote, "A deputy lost his life in the line of duty while serving a stranded motorist. Maureen and I are praying for his loved ones and all who wear the badge across Indiana." And leaders with the Delaware County Sheriff's Office tell us that they'll announce funeral arrangements at a later date. We'll share plans for memorials and any breaking developments in the investigation on air online at WTHR.com. The family of a 43-year-old Indianapolis man says he is not expected to survive after he was hit by a car. Jeffrey Gillard was hit by a pickup truck at the intersection of East Raymond and Shelby Street. He was walking to the bus stop and he was headed to work when it happened. His wife says the driver was speeding through that intersection. The driver initially left the scene but did come back. Gillard, meantime, was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries, a long list of issues, including a brain bleed, a broken neck, a broken pelvis, and a broken leg. His family says he was recovering, but after weeks of being on life support, his wife says his heart has stopped twice, and he's since had 2 strokes. They do plan to take him off of life support and then donate his organs sometime this weekend.
It will be his last breath. And that has got to be the hardest thing I've ever been through. And I know it's for him too. And for Jeffrey to lose his dad at such a young age.
So Gillard's wife and son are pushing for safety improvements at the intersection, like better lighting, even perhaps a pedestrian overpass crossing there. Central Indiana Cycling is organizing a memorial walk and a vigil. It's set for this Sunday at 1 o'clock, and it'll be at the intersection of Shelby and Raymond. Turning now to a different story in our forecast, from snow earlier this week to 70s as we look ahead to this weekend. We are warming up, Rob, and boy, oh boy, we have the to-do list. It's like clean out the pots,
yes,
get out the holiday decorations, last cut of the grass, all the things.
We're both gardeners. We talk about it so often. I have a box of bulbs that I haven't gotten in the ground yet. For you plant autumn bulbs,
right,
for spring bulbs, for flowers. They're just stacking up. I've got to get it done. I think Saturday's going to be the day, but even today is not so bad. bad. Temperatures are warming up. Let's take a look at where we are right now. We're into the 50s for most of you. Still a few 40s hanging on, but I think the temperatures are going to continue warming up. We should be able to just touch 60 degrees for most of you today. That's our expectation. The issue has been that we've had some of these high thin clouds that have rolled in. This has been limiting some of our sunshine. Still a very nice day. Overall, doesn't make a big difference in the forecast, but just enough that it may keep us from reaching 60 for many of you. So we'll put 60 as the high temperature for today. We'll be close to that by the afternoon. Heading into the evening, the temperatures will start to drop and we'll head back down into the 40s by the evening, likely getting into the 30s during the overnight hours as the temperatures cool back down. So as far as the numbers, there's your 60-degree high, there's your 37-degree low for tonight. Again, with mostly clear skies except for some of those high thin clouds. Should be a crisp, chilly night overnight. And then look ahead to tomorrow. We start out near 40, upper 30s for some of you. We get another day that goes up close to 60 degrees. We'll talk about what to expect for this weekend. I think Saturday's going to be your warmest day. I'll show you the numbers coming up.
All right, thank you so much. Well, this afternoon, the trial gets underway that started yesterday, does continue on this Thursday for the man who's accused of killing an Indiana state trooper along the interstate. The man accused is Eddie Jones. He's charged with murder of this man. This is Trooper Aaron Smith. And Jones is accused of intentionally swerving a stolen car into the trooper's path, killing him. The defense says that Jones was turning to get onto I-70. They say that he slammed on the brakes and he swerved to try to avoid the trooper when he saw him. And yesterday, jurors watched video that was captured by traffic cameras. Investigators say that Jones stole his mom's car in Missouri and then drove east up here to Indianapolis in June of 23. Police then tracked Jones to a gas station on the southwest side. They say Jones hit a police car and another car and then led officers on a chase. It was during that chase that Trooper Smith was attempting to deploy stop sticks along Ronald Reagan Parkway, and that's when the trooper was hit. Rich and I is in the courtroom right now, and we'll have the latest developments from the testimony there as our coverage continues throughout the day. Our 13 Investigates team now confirms that a mother accused of killing her baby girl is no longer headed to trial. The little girl is baby Harmony Jones. A caller reported that this 7-month-old was unresponsive in January of 2023. Police and paramedics then found her in an Indianapolis apartment building. The Marion County Coroner's Office says that Harmony died from blunt force trauma to the torso. 13 Investigates learned only 5 other people were in the house at the time: Harmony's twin and 4 adults. A grand jury later indicted her mother, Jada Stiles, on 1 count of aggravated battery. That is a level 1 felony. She's the only adult facing charges in the death. Her trial was set to begin coming up on Monday, but now there is a plea hearing that's now set instead for December 5th. 13 Investigates Sierra Putman will be there and give us continuing coverage on this case that she's been documenting for years now. And take a look at this. This is video that our INDOT cameras captured. This is an oil tanker fire near Richmond, just off of I-70. That fire shut down both directions of the interstate, I-70, for a few hours this morning. At this hour, 12:10, those lanes are back open. You can see those plumes of smoke there. At this time, we have little details, but we are working to learn more about what sparked that fire in the first place. And we do have a heads up for drivers on the south side right now. Check out the delays. The southbound lanes of I-65 are being reduced to just 1 lane between the North Split and the Fletcher Avenue exit. Crews there are replacing a train bridge that was hit by a truck earlier this month. The lanes are expected to reopen Monday morning. In the meantime, look for delays. The ramp from East Washington Street to southbound I-65 also will close. Happening today, the final listening session that's focused on the redistricting push here in the state of Indiana. These are events that are hosted by Recenter Indiana. They're aimed at bringing people together from both sides. A UIndy political science professor will be there to walk Hoosiers through the process. Attendees also will have the opportunity to provide feedback. The session tonight starts at 6:30. It's up in Geist at Geist Christian Church in Fishers. This afternoon, we're learning that a managed health care plan for Hoosiers on Medicaid will be terminated. FSSA is announcing that MDYs will no longer be available to Medicaid recipients in Indiana. They say a review of MDYs' performance and coverage led to that decision. Their review says that MDYs plans are the most expensive and the lowest quality. Starting January 1st, MDY's members under Indiana's Medicaid Healthy Indiana plan and Hoosier HealthWise programs will need to find a new health plan. There's a lot to sort through here. We have more details to help you do just that if you head to our website right now at WTHR.com. Starting today, more than 100 marching bands from all across the country are here in Indianapolis, and they're competing in the Bands of America Grand National Championships. It's all underway at Lucas Oil Stadium, and this is the Bands of America's 50th anniversary. They are celebrating marching bands from over 20 different states that are here. Those competitions are underway right now. After the first round, 30 rounds will advance to the semis. The top 12 head to the finals. The competition will run through Sunday. The finals are on Saturday. The competition runs through Saturday and the finals are on Saturday night. So good luck to all the participants.